Hi, so this is a 10-item practice set B on logical reasoning. Logical reasoning is very critical in being able to handle exam questions because it will require that you be able to plot the givens such that when several questions are referred to or based on one single problem, then finding the answers to those questions would be facilitated and you don't have to plot every single time there is a given problem. So for items 1 to 4, we have the given that a garden has a total of 50 different plants, 11 of which are climbing plants, 16 have red flowers, and 13 have variegated leaves. So with these givens, we're supposed to be able to understand that there are three cells with the given values. And the secret in here is to identify the middle value, which will have the three characteristics. And we are told that there are 4 plants which are climbing plants with variegated leaves and red flowers. So that one occupies the center in the illustration, and 6 are climbing plants with variegated leaves. So that adds up the 2 for the intersection of the variegated leaves and the climbing plants, and that there are 7 climbing plants with red flowers. So we add 3 on the intersection of the red circle and the climbing circle. And also we are told that there are 8 plants with red flowers without variegated leaves and do not climb. So given this, then we can plot out the rest of the values in the circles, and we come up with a total of 40 for the 3 circles. Then we also understand that 10 other plants are outside of these 3 circles. So for the question of what percent of plants in the garden has exactly one characteristic, that is, it's either with a red flower or with variegated leaves or is a climbing plant. So that would be 8 plus 6 plus 2, which is 16. And because the total is 50, this will correspond to 16 over 50 or 32%. For the second question of how many of the garden plants do not have any of the 3 characteristics, with red flower or with variegated leaves or a climbing plant, so that one refers to the set outside of the 3 circles, and we have illustrated that to be equal to 10. And the third question for this would be what percent of the garden plants have all 3 characteristics, with red flower, with variegated leaves, and a climbing plant. So the total number of plants with these characteristics will be 4, which is the center value in there. Percentage-wise, this is 4 over 50 or 8%. And for the same given problem, we are asked how many of the plants have variegated leaves with red flowers. So when we look at this, those variegated plants, those plants with variegated leaves and have red flowers will be equal to 1 plus 4, which is 5. For items 5 and 6, we are to use the given table. Okay, and for number 5, we are made to understand that when we know that a volunteer participant is male, what is the probability that he is young? So we will have to just pay attention to the column on the male, which totals 20, and those who are young corresponds to 40 of the 20. So percentage-wise, that will correspond to 14 divided by 20, or that would be 70%. For number 6, we are asked for the ratio of women to men among the volunteer participants, and the men will be a total of 20, the women will be 30. We need to pay attention to the sequence of the ratio, so we will have to have women first and men. So there will be 30 women for every 20, and to simplify this ratio, that would be equal to 3:2. For numbers 7 to 9, we refer to the given table, and the first question for this is, if in 2020 a similar distribution with that of 2019 of a total of 270 barangays, 270 household heads for barangay 58, how many were younger than 30 years? So when we make an understanding of all the given for table presented in item 7, this is for the year 2019. And the total of this would be 90, and we are told that in 2020 there would be a total of 270, which will be 3 times the quantity in 2019. So if we are looking for the younger than 30, and that would be for 2019 30 individuals, for 2020 we multiply 30 by 3, giving us 90. For number 8, we're asked that of the 2020 270 household heads, how many were employed age 46 or older? So for this example, we have a value that's equal to, for those who were employed, 22. Okay, so 22 times 3 for the 2020 data, that would give us the value of 66. For number 9, we are asked for the ratio of younger than 30 to the 46 and older for the unemployed. So we need to look at the unemployed. So the younger than 30 will be 20, and the older 46 and older will be 6. So if we look at the ratio, that will be 20 is to 6. Simplifying this would give us 10 is to 3. And for the last item for this practice set, we are asked to determine the 2 missing values in the series. And in here, we will have to be very quick with our visual understanding or analysis of the given series. And then we realize that this will be a set of 2 series which alternate. 144 jumps to 120, that's a minus 24 to 96, minus 24, minus 24 to 72, and 48. So that's the first series. The second series would be those in red. So we begin with 90 minus 8, that would be 82, and then minus 8 would be 74, minus 8 will be 66. So our answer for this item will be the pair 66 and 48. So I think we have had a few sets of problems in here to introduce us to the area of logical reasoning, where one will have to be very quick in analyzing the given so that they are plotted or are made to relate with the givens, so that it's not too difficult to be able to track which is which when several questions are given for one single problem. So I hope you have learned something from this 10-item set, and if you have comments, let us know, and we hope that you would subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you very much for listening. Hope to see you around sometime.